Okay, so you will create a new folder. Give the folder name called style set. Okay, create a new folder. Give the folder name called style set. Anywhere in the system, you can create folder called style set. Style set is the folder name. Under a style set folder, under a style set folder, under a style set folder, you create a text file and give the file name called CSS developer guide. Okay, create a text file, give the file name called CSS developer guide. Okay, CSS developer guide is ready. Next, you will create one folder under the style sheet folder that is called inline CSS. Inline CSS, one folder. One more folder, internal CSS. One folder inline CSS, second folder is a internal CSS. Inline, internal, inline CSS. After that, internal CSS. Create one more folder, external CSS. Third one, and one more folder, fourth one has a import CSS. You will ask why we created so many folders. All are placed. All are placed. Sorry, folder. All are folder under the style sheet. A style sheet we created the main folder. Under the style sheet folder, we created one CSS developer guide as a text file, and we created remaining four folder: inline, internal, external, and import. Okay. CSS is a four type. CSS is a four type. One is inline, second is internal, third is external, and fourth one is import. Okay, in market, whoever writes CSS, wherever we have seen the project, whatever the project website we have seen, everywhere people implement the CSS using four method. HTML will be one side and CSS is another side. Now HTML and CSS you can integrate using four method. One is through the inline, internal, external, and import. Next matter is we need to import, we need to implement. We need to implement, and then we need to understand what is the inline, what is internal, what is external, and what is the import. After implementing all four, you will take a decision, no, this is the best. Okay, automatically you will decide this is the best. Okay, then while taking decision, you will come to this one, middle one, third one, that is called external CSS. Now why it will be best and all that we are going to implement, understand, and see. But now we can spend the time on one by one. First we'll spend the time on inline. We'll understand something, then we'll face many difficulties, some complexity will come. Those complexity will get fixed under the internal. Then we'll see the external, then we'll go for the import. Okay. Right now we will come to the developer guide. Okay, so hope everyone have made the folder. You will not mix your file. Okay, today file and tomorrow half class file will go under this folder, under the inline. Next, after that, we'll guide you to put under the internal, then we'll come to the external, then we'll go to the import, and final conclusion will come something. Okay. Now open this developer guide that we have created. Okay, right click and open with your editor. Which one you are following? Notepad, Notepad++, VS Code, anything. Open with editor. This CSS developer guide. Okay. And we will write few points in that it will represent why we need CSS. Okay. So you can write here, when we have gone through the HTML, in HTML we have seen, this one that is called collections of tags. You saw some tags with limited property, and this one with limited property and values. Okay, HTML has a collections of tag, but what is inside? It has limited property and values. Okay, because of that limitation, you are not able to create your button red color. You are not able to change the border color as orange. You are not able to change some kind of radius. You are not able to make some different kind of attractive pages. Okay. Now those limitation was in HTML tags. Okay. HTML has collection of tag with the limited property and values. Then what CSS says? CSS is like CSS. You can write here called cascading style set. Cascading style and then set. Cascading style set. What it says, cascading style set has collections of only property and value. Property and values. Okay. Right? So hope this point is helping you to connect properly. HTML says I have a tag, but there is limitation on property and value. CSS says I don't have tags. I have only property and values. Then why can't we take the tag from the HTML and property value from the CSS? So that we are going to do the next. We'll write here when we'll design a page, a responsive page. Let's write here a responsive web page. Responsive web page, when we'll create responsive web page equal to HTML tags. From HTML we'll take the tags plus from the CSS we'll take the property and this one, property and values. From HTML you will take the tags, and from the CSS you will take the property and values. You will take the property and values. Right? Next, after that, once we combine together, our page will become proper responsive. Okay, now right here, how many way we can combine HTML and CSS? So that we can write here called type of CSS. Type of CSS. Okay. Okay, so this line is incomplete still. CSS cascading style sheet has a collections of predefined property and values. For what purpose? Then you can write here to change look and feel of the web page. Look and feel of HTML page. To change the look and feel of HTML page. Below line says type of CSS. Okay. How many type of CSS we have? So it says like one we have called inline CSS. Another one we have called internal CSS. Next we have called external CSS. And next we have called import CSS. Inline, internal, external, and okay. In the first case, you can write only for learning purpose. Only for learning purpose. Okay. You are not going to write inline CSS anywhere. If you write inline CSS in your project, right? Number one, your team, what they'll say, that time you will understand. Number two, Google will reject the page. Number three, page performance will be down. Number four, your page will not be well, you can say, optimized. It will be like mix up of HTML and CSS. But then you will ask, why you have written this? We should remove from here if it is not useful. No, to understand the property and value of CSS, this is important. Okay, you will write line by line. You will come to know this is the property, this is the output, this is the property, and this is the output. Whether it is inline, internal, external, and import. Method is anyone, no matter, this will remain same. Property value remain same. Suppose in inline CSS, we are learning the height property. So in external and import, height will not change. Height property remain same. Okay, the way of use will get changed. The places will get changed. In inline, we'll write in different place. In internal, external, import, we'll write on different place. The way of use will get changed. Okay, right. Now come down. So what we'll do next? Next will be examples. Okay, examples only will guide you what is, how it is, and where it is. Okay, so I'll write here one syntax first, and then we'll go ahead. Syntax means formula. Okay, now inside this, now you understood what CSS will do and what HTML will do. HTML will do the basic structure of the page, and on that, applying the look and feel, designing part will take care of CSS. But again, CSS is depend on HTML. See, CSS is helping to HTML to change the look and feel. Okay, but if CSS will go, if HTML will come side saying like CSS, you go and display your output, CSS will say, sorry, I'm helpless. You have to come along with me. Okay, HTML will become, HTML is not depend on CSS. Individual HTML is able to do something, but CSS will make your HTML more productive if you integrate together. Okay, so CSS cannot do anything in the browser. If it is integrated with HTML, then only it will do something. Okay, now come. Like suppose when we write like this as a tag name. Okay, we open and we close the tag name also. No problem, open and close. So it is called tag name open and tag name close. It can be any tag. Okay. Now after that, you will write inside some contents. Contents will be image, text, audio, video, that depends. Okay. Next, after that, for this tag is from HTML. You are going to enhance the feature of tag by calling this property. Call it a style. Style is saying like CSS come now. Okay. Now CSS will come. Then CSS will say what to do. Then we can say take this property and for that apply this particular value. Again take this property. Okay, I should write here called property. Property. Okay, and value. Again we'll say apply the second property. Property number 2 and apply their respective values. So this becomes a syntax completely. Your tag name, style tag, property, value, property, and value. Between property value, separator will be colon. End of the value will happen through the semicolon. Okay. Last semicolon is optional. Middle semicolon is not optional. Like suppose property number 2 have a value. After that semicolon we are given, you can leave also, it will work. But before property number 2, there is one semicolon. If you will not give that, then your browser will understand which one is the property and which one is the value. Because first is the property is okay, and this is the value. If this is the value, then what is this? Correct? So if you want to separate it, give the semicolon. Then you will say, why not here semicolon? It is optional. If you are not writing here semicolon, after that you don't have any property. There is no any concept of mismatch. So system will execute and it will work. Okay. But as a developer, you will ask what should be my habit. Then I'll suggest your habit should be after every value, give the semicolon. System should understand easily, oh, this end here. Come down. Now I'll write one example in this file, then we'll create the file. Okay. Example. Inside this, suppose a tag you have called any tag, you can take p tag, assume, open and close. For p tag, let's write some text. Welcome to CSS. Okay. Now for this p tag, has their own some property, height, width, anything it has, let it be. That's from the HTML, right? We are not calling that. Just we taken the placeholder from the HTML as a p tag. Now you apply here called style. Style equal to for this paragraph, suppose I'll call one height property from CSS, and for that we'll give 300 px as a value. 300 px as a value. Then we'll write one width property. For that we'll write 400 px as a value. Okay. We'll write here called background property. We'll write red as a value. So now what will be the appearance of the paragraph? Appearance of the paragraph will be, the height will be 300, width will be 400, and background will be red color. Right? So this height is the property, width is the property, background is the value. Similar way, you can say red is the value, then background is the property only, red is the value, 400 px is the value, 300 px is the value. Correct? These all are called values. Okay, save now. Now come to the example. We have to create now example. So create one file, example1.html under the inline CSS folder. Example1.html under the inline CSS folder. Inline, under the inline folder. File name is example1. So hope this one we have written, right? Okay, so go to the inline folder, and under the inline folder you will create a file, example1.html. 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 In that we can start from the HTML. Okay, then we'll follow the body tag. Right. Then we'll follow the one property for body tag itself. Style equal to background somewhere sky blue color. Sky and blue together, not a space. Okay, so background of the page will convert into sky. Okay, ready? Right, check now, run this file. We can go to the view menu and we can run from here in Chrome. Sky blue is coming. Now come inside the body tag. Write a maybe p tag itself. Anything, ABCD, anything we can write. Now write for p tag style equal to height of the p tag 200 pixel, width of the p tag 300 pixel, background of the p tag white color. Okay, save now. Save once. It will create a paragraph with the height and width of 200 by 300. Background will be white color. Working. It should look like this. 200 by 300. Possibility of mistake. Okay, if you say my page is not working, what can be the mistake? Number one, check between height and property and value. Have given the semicolon. Number one. Number two, you check. Number two, you check the width. Not only width, whichever the property value you have written, semicolon, colon is there in between or not. And after that, after value, the semicolon is there or not. Okay. And another one is spelling mistake. It has no any logic. Okay. Property is predefined, value is also predefined. Now for which property, what is the value we need to remember. And which is the requirement and which should be the property. Like suppose you want to increase the height. Then how much you want to increase? Correct? And how many type of height we have? So that we need to remember. If you want to give the width, then how much width you want? Then how many types you can set the width? Correct? If you are setting the background, then what background? And then how many way we have the background? Okay, those property value, if you remember, then we can say yes, you can design the page. Now copy the same paragraph and paste after this. Change the background as a some other color, orange color. Change the background as a orange color. Right? Done. Next, after that, see, both are coming. One to next. When we have learned HTML, if you remember, we have two type of tag. The behavior of the tag is, one is called inline, that print side by side. And another one is called block, that goes to the inline. See, inside this line, after first paragraph, there is a huge space. But this paragraph is not ready to come in the same line. Okay, even there is a lot of space. This also need 200 only, but there is a 2000 pixel is there. 1500 pixels should be there in the same line. Because the nature is block. Okay, block nature says, I am going to take 200 only, but entire area belong to me. I'm not able to fit in this much of a space. You are given the width how much? 200. But this division nature says, no, I cannot fit there. I need to go to the, I need full width. For example, you sit in one chair, put your bag in second chair, put your helmet in the third chair. Understood or not? And put the mobile on the fourth chair. Now one person will come. What he will think? He will sit, everywhere is blocked. He will go to the new line automatically. That because nature is a block type. But requirement will come, will say, please arrange your assets. Everything you will manage in one table, one chair. That's becomes what? You will convert from block to inline. How much you need, that much only you occupy. Remaining space, whether in the same line or new line, you need to release it. Okay, so that happens based on behavior of the element. So what you have now, paragraph is the block level element. It will not come in the same line. Okay, in fact, it's need less space only. We have to change the behavior, then it will come in the same line. Okay, so in this file, we saw property, and value. Plus another problem we saw, yes, block level tag really is print in the new line. Okay. Let me check with these people. Anyone trying to run or how is it? Have written this file. Example 1. Please write it. Okay. We should write and run also. If error come, you can let me know. We can see the error, we can find the error, we can take your error, we can take the screenshot. Multiple options we have. You should try it. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead to the next one. Next one is the developer guide. Inside that, you write list of property and value in CSS. List of property and values in CSS. See, planning. Anyone should not feel bad, okay? Even I do a lot of planning in my life. Okay, I do a lot of planning in my life, but only those plans get success where we work properly. Right? Everyone can plan, but execution will happen only those things where you are going to work on. Correct? Everyone have a target to be a software developer, but why some people will log out in between? if you feel like internet is poor at this particular location, during class time, sit on the proper place where internet will be sufficient. Okay, it's daily work, no? Daily disconnection, connection will happen. It's loss for you only. Arrange the assets properly, then only something will happen. Okay, so we have written the first property called height. You will be implementing the height using 3 ways. 3 type of property we have for height. We have written called width property. We can implement using 4 ways. We have 4 type of property. Okay, next we have implemented the property called background. We can implement using 9 ways. We have 9 type of property for the especially background. Value is unlimited. See, value is unlimited, but the matter is of property. How many type? So height is of 3 type. And for that 3 type of height, how many type of value, even you cannot guess also. Okay, right? So even background also we have 9 types, and for one type there will be multiple type of values. Come down. Next, you are going to write the property called float. Okay, what it will help us? It will convert from block level element to inline element. It will convert from block level element to inline element. बैठिए 7 o'clock तक क्लास चलेगा. हाँ ठीक है, बैठ के पढ़िए तब तक. It will convert from block level element to inline element. Okay, which property? Float property. ELEMENT. Okay, it will convert from block level element to inline element. Okay, but it will not convert from inline to block. It has one way only. What is that? Block to inline. Okay, not inline to block. For inline to block, we have something else. Okay, now write in this. We have in float, we have two predefined value. You can write like this: float colon left, and one you can write float colon right. Float colon right. Okay. What is the benefit of that? Okay, benefit is something like this. Number one, float will convert from block to inline. Like suppose you have written two paragraphs, both was as a block, it was printing in the new line. Locked? Yes. Okay, key you can give me. He has not replied, no?
No, sir. He replied and sent me that knowledge.
He will come tomorrow.
Or day after.
Day after. Okay, so we wrote called float left. Okay, float left, what it says? Yes, float is going to help you to convert from block to inline. It is going to convert from block to inline. That is okay. But when it is going to convert to block to inline, where it will print from? Look into this example. We have two paragraphs. If we convert from block to inline, how it will print? First, who will come? White or yellow? First white and then yellow. That meaning it is printing left to right, LTR, correct? But sometime requirement will come. The white should not be the left. White should be the right. And then yellow should be the second one from right. Correct? That becomes a RTL, right to left. Okay. So this property will help you. For that, float is LTR and right is RTL. Okay. We can write here. It prints from left to right. Left to right. Okay. Second one. It prints from right to left. It print from left to right and it print from the right to left. Now we can create another file, example 2, and in that we will understand how it is happening left to right or right to left. It print from left to right, it print from the right to left. Create next file, example 2.html. Like suppose if your website, some person will open from India. They want to read from left to right. Same website, a person open who have the habit to read from right to left. What will happen for him? The content should come from right side. That will come as a right to left. Okay. Next file you create. Example 2.html. Today and tomorrow also in inline only. We will understand nearly 20 plus property in inline. And then your internal will be much helpful. Okay. Under inline example. Example 2.html. Okay. Example 1 you can copy paste. Copy the example 1 and paste into example 2. Example 1 you copy and paste into example 2. Okay, done. Next, inside the first paragraph, apply call float colon left. Float left. Add the property called float left. And in the second paragraph, also you add called float left. Float colon left. Both the places, add the float left, float left. Okay, ready? Float left, float left. Save now. Run the example too. You will find your both paragraphs are fitting side by side, but from left side. Now change again both the place float right. Change both the places again float right. Then see. Change both the places float right. Okay. Now see what is happening. It is printing from the right side. Correct. So we got idea. Yes, if you want to convert from block to inline, float will help us. In that also, if you want to print from right side, then float right. If you want to print from left side, then float left. Okay, hope clear. People ask this question in different way. What people will ask you? People will ask you like, suppose I have a page, I'm displaying the product, list of the product. Okay, I have 10 product, I'm displaying in one line, 3 product I'm trying to display. But my product is going to new line here. I'm displaying the photo, I'm displaying the description, I'm displaying the price, I'm displaying add to cart of one product. Similar way, I have 10 product. I have made the page, but what is happening? All product are printing in the new line. Reason is what? He has used a block level tag. He has used either division or he has used some other tag. And that tag is a block level tag. And it is not agreed to come in the same line. Then we can say we have a solution. Apply the float left. Change the behavior. It will come side by side. Then next, after learning some more example, you will come to know when we apply float left, what problem will come. This is the solution what you saw, right? Problem has got applied now. When we apply float left, solution came as a converted from block to inline. Whether you print from left or print from right, no problem. But problem got applied. What is that? Our after 4-5 example, you will come to know. Okay, and then for that also we have a solution. Okay, that from the CSS2. CSS3 has given the similar property that says like if you use the float left, problem will come. Right? Then you have to apply the solution. So why can't you use such a property where problem itself will not come? Your work will be done as well as problem will not come. Right? So we have all one by one. Come to the developer guide next. In this file, what we are going to write. Now suppose you created the 2 block printing either left side or right side. Now requirement will say apply some space between both. Between white and orange, there should be some space. Then a space may be between both, maybe a space only from top, maybe a space only from right, maybe a space only from bottom, right? In HTML, if you remember table, you have used the cell spacing. Cell spacing was also giving the space, but it was giving the space equal from all sides. Now CSS is like not like that. If you want to give a space in orange, only from right side is possible. If you want to give a space in white, only from top is possible. Okay. So for that, we have a property called margin. So we are going to make a note of margin, how to apply the space. Okay. Come to the developer guide right here. Okay. Property called margin. What it do? It used to apply it used to apply a space between two elements from respective side. It used to apply the space between two elements from respective side. Okay. What this respective side represent? It can be from all side. It can be from the top side. It can be from the left. It can be from the right, or it can be it used to apply a space between two elements from respective side, all top, left, right. Okay. Now write the one value for this. One is called margin colon auto. Margin auto, what it do? Margin auto, it print element meaning tab. It print element in center of area. It print element in center of area. Like suppose you have 2000 pixel space. Inside 2000 pixel space, if you want to print a division 200 by 200, then margin auto will bring the 200 by 200 in the center of the area. Like suppose this screen we have. Inside this screen, we want to print a division, and we say division width is 200 by 200 and margin auto. So that division will exactly fit in the middle of the screen. That is because of this property. Call it a margin auto. Then you will ask margin auto how it works, how it will come in the middle. Now suppose I'll write here. We have an area, a screen width I'm talking. We have a screen width of 1000 pixel. 1000 pixel. In 1000 pixel width, we want to display one division or a paragraph of 400 pixel. So out of 1000 pixel, how much is need? Is need 400, correct? So I can say here 1000 minus 400. Remaining is 4,000. Is 4,000 of the hold on. Now remaining we have 600 px, correct? In that 600 px, what it will do? 600 divided by 2. Half in the left and half in the right. Automatically your 400 will come in the middle. Okay, that's how the margin auto will work. Okay, create one file. Give the file name called margin1.html. File name called margin1.html. Margin1.html. Okay, come now. So we can write here margin1 we are written. Let me go to that file. margin 1.html, margin 1.html. HTML you open close, go inside, follow the body tag, right inside one h1 also, or maybe leave the h1, follow a tag called div tag. It's used to divide the page into multiple blocks. Under the div tag, I'll write call h1, call margin auto example. Margin auto example that you wrote for the div. Sorry, h1. Margin auto example you wrote for h1. Come inside, right here, style equal to height of this division, give 300 pixel. Width of the division also give somewhere 400 pixel. Background of the division give somewhere sky blue color. First to check where it is printing. It will come in the complete left side. Okay, where it is coming? Left side. It should come in the left side of the screen. Now you apply the property called margin auto. So by default, every element will print in the left side only. Add the margin auto, then see what happens. Add the margin auto, then see what is happening. It will come in the center, right? Exact in the center. Even if we resize your window also, how bigger will be the screen? In that screen, it will come in the middle. That is called margin auto. It is not talking about vertical. It is talking about the horizontal, left to right. Okay. For vertical, we have some regions. Okay. Right. That is called margin auto. Now, related to margin, we have really nearly 6 more property. We can make a note in developer guide. Then we'll come back to it. So check now. Hope your margin auto is working. You have already seen in your day-to-day life. When you open any website, in your laptop, where website will appear? In the left, right, or center? In your laptop also in the center, in my laptop also in the center. So how the website will come to know where to appear? Correct? It happen based on percentage, not based on pixel. Like maybe your screen is 1200, where my screen is 1000 pixel. It will fit in your screen also, it will fit in my screen also. In your screen also 90%, my screen is also 90%. Okay, so width will be based on pixel and the margin auto will apply. So instead of covering 100%, we cover the 90%, 80% and margin auto. So if you cover 80%, then it will take 80%. Now remaining in 20%. 10% left and 10% right. Any size of the screen. Everyone will feel comfortable. Okay, so that we have seen already margin property. In all the website it will be there. But as a users, you have seen till date. Now from today you will see as a developer. When the page will come in the middle, you will feel like, okay, understand what we have used. Okay, right? Okay, come next. So we'll go to the developer right now. In developer guide, we'll write here next margin property. That is called margin colon, suppose 30 pixel. What it will do, it apply 30 pixel gap from all side. It apply 30 pixel gap from all side. Okay, it apply 30 pixel gap from all sides. Next, come down. You created a division, you given margin 30 pixels. So division will leave top, left, right, bottom, all side 30 pixel gap. Next, we have called, suppose if you want a specific side, only from top, possible. It will apply only from the top side. We can write like margin hyphen bottom, possible. It will apply only from the bottom side. Margin hyphen right, possible. It will apply only from the right side. Margin hyphen left, possible. It apply only from the left side. Top, bottom, left, right, plus auto as well as certain. After getting some idea, will guide you in minus also. How to give the margin in minus. Okay, but first we need to understand in plus, then we'll get to know in minus. Okay, written. Come to the same file, margin.html file. We can add some more divisions. Okay, so we can come to the margin file. Hope we added these all properties. Go to the margin file. In margin file, division you have written, let it be margin auto is okay. Copy the same division, paste after this, and reduce the height to 200. Give the width to 200. Okay, background let's keep red color. Margin keep 30 pixel, 40 pixel. Okay, and you need to apply float also. Then only it will fit side by side, one after other. Remove H1, write here anything, ABCD, 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 ABCD. I made little small font size so that it should fit in all visible. Run this one division. If it is happening, then copy the second division and paste in the last 3-4 times. Written one division. Now check this, how it appear. It appear like this, red color. Now same division you copy and paste. If it is running, then copy and paste below 4-5 times. 4-5 times is paste and see how it is. Paste it, save the file and run once. I did how many times? 4-5 times. See now how it is. Something like this. So this is called a space between two division. Then what is the space between two division? 30 of first and 30 of second, 60. Between a sky blue and red, you can see is only 30. Because this division is leaving 30 left, 30 right, 30 top, 30 bottom. Comparison of this one, this is the half. Right? Okay. In case if you are reducing the window size, you don't have to worry. Division is now intelligent. They will fit automatically one after other. See, float left is helping here. If a space is there, then come in the same line. No space, go to the new line. Automatically it will fit like this. Okay, all gone to the new line according to screen size. Okay, now, so we have added margin. Another thing you see. Now, when you look into these red divisions, and then when you look into the first or second or third or fourth, anyone, this space is outside, right? That is called margin. Between two elements, a space will get applied through the margin. Now this text is inside, it is very congested. It is starting from the complete top left corner. It has no any gap from top, left, right. I'm talking inside, correct? That will be handled through the padding. In HTML, you have written the cell padding. Right, now here we have only padding. Only padding if you give, then all the side space will get applied within the division, left, right, top, bottom. But if you have a requirement only from left, then padding left. Only from right, then padding right. Only from top, then padding top. Only from bottom, then padding. Okay. Let's go to the developer guide. Right inside, a property called padding. That all left, right, we will be implementing. So many examples will come. Padding. It used to apply a space inside of element. Inside of element. If you write called padding, 30px, all side gap, all side space. Padding left, right, top, bottom. Padding hyphen left, padding hyphen right, padding hyphen top, padding hyphen bottom. Okay. So it says left side, right side, top side, bottom side, Hope written. We'll implement it tomorrow. Video will come in the same URL. Follow that. Okay, if you attend sequentially without absent, you will understand easily. If you not attend sequentially, confusion will happen in between. Okay.